If you're wanting to get back to a natural way of living through locks, it's important to start practicing the natural foods that we're aware of that we can put in our bodies that keep us thriving optimally with the best health that we can have. And I'll say it, some people ask me why my hair grows so quick. It's because I eat natural. I eat iTaL. And if you want to have luscious, long, healthy locks, you too can eat iTaL. That guy knotlocks, not nation, back at it again. Today I'm here talking to you guys about why I strive to lead an iTaL lifestyle. iTaL meaning back to the earth, organic, natured. Why I eat plants. iTaL is another word for vegan, if you haven't heard it. A lot of people have an issue with the word vegan. When they hear it, they just think stigmas right away. Honestly, it's kind of like the word dreads. People don't like the word vegan as much, so that's why they come out with this whole plant-based genre that's popping up. I heard of the word iTaL first before vegan ever came around my vocabulary, so this is why I strive to be iTaL. I find it very important to at least attempt to be conscious of iTaL eating. I'm not saying you have to do it every single day and every single meal, especially when you're just starting out. It's a lot to ask for. It's hard to attain. But the mere fact of at least being conscious of the choices that we make with the food that we put in our body is very important. And even if you're not trying to be fully iTaL, it's important to practice it when you can, where you can, whether it's once a day or once a week, that you make a full day iTaL, or whether you choose one meal a day to be iTaL. It really helps. So the first reason for being iTaL is for the health. The health benefits are tremendous. If you haven't heard already, the #1 killer of humans in the entire world is heart disease. Heart diseases range from heart attacks, like high cholesterol, strokes, there's tons of different things, but essentially heart attacks and strokes and clogged arteries is the main killer of humans. And this is 100% caused by eating animal products. Eating animal products, the cholesterol and the fats in their system clogs ours up, and it's totally avoidable. In fact, they've done studies that shows that you can reduce your chance of catching heart disease by 50% simply by eliminating animal products from your diet. And that was enough for me. That caught my attention to be like, I could live longer and healthier simply by being conscious of what I'm putting in my body. So that's my #1 reason for eating iTaL. Second reason is because it's natural. You know, just like we grow our hair in free-form locks to kind of go back to our roots, to kind of be natural in every way that we can. You know, a lot of us here fighting the Babylon system through, you know, embracing our locks. We can do the same with our food. If you haven't noticed, the food that they sell us and advertise to us in all forms of marketing is not natural food. There's lots of highly processed foods that are being bombarded in our face on a day-to-day basis that is designed to keep us addicted and to keep us unhealthy and unwilling to get healthy. It's like the system is literally trying to drive us into the ground with this food that's shitty for us, and they make it so affordable for people that they have no choice but to eat this food because it's all they can afford. And it's ridiculous. If you're wanting to get back to a natural way of living through locks, it's important to start practicing the natural foods that we're aware of that we can put in our bodies that keep us thriving optimally with the best health that we can have and avoiding heart disease and strokes. So being conscious of what we're doing with our food is so important. We got to keep a close eye on where we're putting our money and how we're putting food in our bodies. Eliminating processed foods as much as we can from our diet. Processed meaning, any food that comes from its source and has to go through some sort of procedure before it gets to your plate. So for example, let's take a cow, for example. They breed the cow, they raise the cow, they slaughter the cow, and then once it's slaughtered, it's processed into different forms. Like, you can process it into a hamburger, process it into a hot dog, process it into lunch meat. That process of adding and in a sense, that process of adding, whether it's supplements or they're adding heat or they're mushing it together and adding other ingredients to make your product. The more a single food is processed, the less healthier it becomes. Because when you process foods, it actually depreciates the value of the nutrients in the food. This is why whole foods are so important. My man Lenny Kravitz, longtime legendary lockhead, is a raw vegan, meaning whole foods that aren't cooked. And this is the most optimal way that we can eat, is raw plants, because they hold all and the most nutritional value that we can get. So an apple whole is gonna have more nutrients than processed applesauce, in a sense. So we want to eliminate processed foods. The third reason why iTaL is so important is because it just makes you feel so much better about yourself, knowing that you're putting nutrients that we need in our body. Many people don't even understand what nutrients that we need on a day-to-day basis. Most people just think that we just need, protein all day, every day. That's all we need is protein. Well, yeah, we do need protein, but we also need every other nutrient that's out there. And you're not gonna get that simply if you eat meat or animals all day long, every single day. So it's important to understand, in a sense, the food pyramid, the new food pyramid that's been updated, because plants are a big part of this. So it's just very important to understand iTaL living. And being Jamaican myself, I've seen iTaL Rastas living off the land since I was a kid. And it's always been fascinating to me to see that these people can live freely off the land and be strong and lean and consciously aware of themselves and the planet and the ecosystem that we're a part of. It really does help us connect back to nature when we eat nature. And processed animal products is not nature. I know it's not for everybody. I feel like it could be for everybody the same way I think that dreadlocks can be for everybody. There's so much abundance in eating natural. There's just not much more I can say. If you want to have an abundant life, an abundant mentality, abundance in health, eating plants is the way to go. And I'll be honest, since I took on the iTaL diet over a year ago strictly, my taste buds have expanded. I've opened myself up to so many new foods that I would normally not eat simply out of ignorance. I'm now open to them because I understand that I may not enjoy the taste of it right away, but I can acquire this taste, much like anything else in life that's an acquired taste. I can acquire this taste to my likings because I understand that there's high nutrients in the food. So I've done this lately with olives, with pickles, a lot of cabbage products. Like, I never used to like these things at first, but now that I understand that they're really good for you, high in antioxidants, they get oxygen flowing through your blood stream a lot more, which increases your energy. How could I not want to put that in me? And how would I choose something dead over something alive. And that brings me to another point, is that it's important to eat iTaL because plants are alive. And if you want life, you gotta eat life. On the opposite side of that, if you want death, like heart disease or a heart attack, then we eat death. That's when the conundrums kind of collide, because you realize that when you eat death, you are death. You are what you eat, essentially. And that's a big, big saying that's really stuck out in my mind. You are what you eat. It's never been so true to me. So if I eat an alive plant, like sprouts that are literally blooming in nutrients, versus if I eat an alive sprout, it's gonna give me that life. But if I eat a dead carcass, I'm gonna feel like death after that. And quite literally, if you do that every day for the rest of your life, it's gonna lead to your death. It's kind of like saying, if you live by the gun, you die by the gun. But if you live by dead animal products, you're gonna die by dead animal products. If you live by eating plants, hell, we might live forever. I don't think we're gonna die by eating live plants, you know? So, just some things to think about there, you know? If you guys need any help, I'm always here to encourage and support anybody on the iTaL diet. If you're looking to raise your consciousness or open your horizons of what type of food you're eating, you can definitely hit me up, and I'll do my best to make some videos and some content regarding this topic. I do have an ebook on the way with some of my favorite vegan recipes that will definitely help you guys out in learning to understand nutritional value and eating the best food possible to optimize a healthy life. So I'm not going to shy away from this topic on this channel, because I do find it goes hand in hand with growing natties. You got to eat natty as well. And I'll say it, some people ask me why my hair grows so quick. It's because I eat natural. I eat iTaL. And if you want to have luscious, long, healthy locks, you too can eat iTaL. It's that simple. Let me know in the comments below, what is it, why you love eating iTaL food, and what is your favorite dish? I'm very interested to hear from everybody, but I'm gonna end this video now, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, peace out, one love, stay happy and natty, and I'll see you guys around. I'm gone. Adios. One more thing. Hey, if any one of you guys watching this video is a vegan already, smash that like button down below. It's really easy. Let's get this out there to other vegans and other non-vegans so that they too can live longer and healthier life.